Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hello everyone, checking back in on the blockchain stocks. Before we get into it, we're announcing our end of year sale that we're going to be doing with a annual membership to the Chart Guys and a free course of your choice for $6.99. That's the code down there, Friday 699, and we're going to keep that fairly limited. We opened it up to members and now we're opening it up to the public. So go ahead and jump on that if you are interested in membership and a course. Let's get into these blockchain stocks that had a lot of follow through today and a lot of bull volume. So over the weekend, and I highly suggest if you didn't see the last video, go check it out. It's on the YouTube channel in the blockchain playlist we got going now. But we were highlighting the bullish setups and some names that weren't so bullish and some names that I was really not paying attention to because I didn't like their setup. And those names were HIVE.V, the Canadian tickers, and it was also LTV.V and BLOC.V. All three of those names are not seeing this bull breakout, the move that a lot of these other names are. So the US names are really hot, grow here. Look at this follow through today. Bull break on Monday by getting over 270, heading to a higher high. And then, of course, today with the follow-through, upper Bollinger Band resistance did reject the price, but huge volume and big-time gains to be had by the bulls. The next resistance after 350 is up at 367, but again, the upper Bollinger Band is going to be in the way, so we have to keep an eye on that. And if we consolidate, we will look for a daily higher low to form now that the bulls have established their low at 237, so we will look for a higher low there. But as of right now, we closed strong enough that the bulls can be looking to test 350 tomorrow. If we don't break 350 in the first 30, 45 minutes of trading or so, I would look for some profit taking as the bulls want to get that confidence in continuation. The sooner the better. So if that doesn't come right out of the gate, do have to be cautious. Weekly time frame, we hit our high up at 430, our low of consolidation. Now the bulls are showing back up and on big bull volume. Look at that week's volume. That's 2 trading days right now. All-time high volume it looks like here. And this week is a holiday week and not even half over. So significant bull volume. And we'll see if we can get followed through tomorrow. Riot was another awesome name with huge volume. Look at that volume. Yesterday's volume was the entire volume of last week. Look at today's volume compared to yesterday's volume. So it's very clear that there is a lot of money getting into these names. We need to be very cautious because they are extremely fast moving. They are extremely high risk and high reward. And of course, people can get stuck in that situation. So we had a bull break of the lower high pattern on the daily at 898. And then we've just seen follow through since then. Breakout yesterday, close at the high. A lot of people got in yesterday on the break of 920. I personally was a bit late, got in towards the end of the day at $10. I sold after hours and pre-market for a 9% gain. I was playing with enough capital where if you give me 9% in about a half an hour of holding something, I'm going to take it. And I definitely left some money on the table when we had this huge move in the first 10, 15 minutes of trading today. But that's the kind of move where congrats to the bulls that held overnight, and we were looking for consistent follow through the following day because of how strong we closed. But that's the kind of move that I am perfectly fine missing out on if, it's the difference between locking in profit and being safe and consistent or, playing a little bit more of a gamble and high risk scenario. So we did pull back from 1289, and that's a 10% plus pullback from the high of the day. And it's a big upper wick. So tomorrow I would anticipate most likely we're going to see an inside bar form, which means we're going to be unable to break 1289 resistance, but I would expect the bulls to hold 1020 support. If we don't hold 1020 support, we're going to be looking for a higher low to form somewhere above $8 and for this uptrend to continue. Riot is not in blue sky breakout, and I was a little bit misled. I might have said that in the last video. Didn't zoom out far enough. So if you look back 3 years, we have seen this price range before. We had an all-out dump from 1491. That's the next resistance to be watching after 1289. And the bulls are very easily moving through this range because of the lack of resistance that we had on that dump back in 2015. But it's just worth being aware of that we are not in blue sky breakout. But look at this volume. This volume in the 2 trading days of this week is 17 million. The highest volume in a week that we had seen previously was a third of that. And again, this is 2 trading days in. So I'm just trying to drive home the point. There's a lot of money now interested in these blockchain names. Whether or not they're just trying to pump it up due to the hype remains to be seen. That's how I am playing this space. I'm not investing. I'm just trading. I'm being cautious, and I'm locking in the profit while I have it. So the Riot Bulls are looking to consolidate tomorrow. Have to be watching the correlation with Grow. Grow closed a lot stronger, but if Riot's going to consolidate, we might have to see Grow. We might see Grow consolidate as well due to that correlation. BTL.V, another name in the Canadian sector or the Canadian market, breaking out with a strong close. Broke 749. The real bull signal was breaking 704. We then went up to 749 and now up to 760, closing at the high of the day. We'll look at psychological resistance levels, 770, 780 on the way up. This weekly chart is all bulls after this V-shaped recovery and a significant follow through to start this week. So another really strong bull. That's 3 so far. Look at Hive. This is one of the names in last week's video where the setup was not favoring the bulls. And we had 3 correlations, those 3 names that I mentioned at the beginning, all correlating with each other and all weaker, not seeing this breakout. Big bear day for Hive today. 302 is support. If that breaks, we're looking at 280 after that. Lower highs and lower lows. We've had news of dilution taking the momentum away from the bulls, and really just not a name that I want to be trading right now because we're in a downtrend over the last month. Weekly time frame. Considering the thousands of % moves that we saw, it's healthy consolidation, but it's still a downtrend favoring the bears in momentum. There will be oversold bounces on the way down, but as of right now, it is, when you have a chart that looks like Grow and Riot, and you have a chart like Hive, it's very clear where your attention should be focused as a bull. XAU is another name that's not really seeing much upside this week. It's still bullish overall, though, so we don't want to lose sight of it. Inside bar on the daily time frame, a break of 645 is bearish, a break of 683 is bullish, and not seeing the strength and volume and momentum and hype that these other names are seeing. But it's worth keeping an eye on for a laggard situation, just because this weekly chart absolutely is favoring the bulls still, and watching for normal healthy consolidation. It would only be a red flag if we were to break 578. So where we stand tomorrow, again, I'm very cautious on Riot. I'm probably done playing Riot for this week. We only have one full trading day left this week. Grow could still see some further upside tomorrow. In terms of bullish potential, Grow and BTL are the most favorable heading into tomorrow. But again, these moves are so quick and so fast, have to be very cautious because it is very easy to get trapped in a situation. And the last thing that I personally want to be trapped in is a name that has run hundreds of % on the weekly time frame over the last couple of months. So I appreciate you watching. We'll continue to check back in on the blockchain stocks. Really liking these low cap names with this opportunity. Been a while since I've had a low cap sector to be looking at, and this is definitely one that we're going to be watching for the foreseeable future as long as the volume and volatility keeps up. Thanks again. Hope you have a great night.